Time to go postal. Electrifying.
The Foley for this project was rocky at first. My intention was to record different areas that were more or less exactly as they were in the game. The hard metal tiling, also the grass. There was plastic turf near one of the buildings that I was recording in, and I had intended to go record it. The issue came when I was done with my recordings and realized that I had recorded them in the wrong format. Although instead of going back to record those areas, I decided to actually attempt truthfully in that I was going to take random objects and try to make them sound as realistic as possible. What I ended up doing is taking some hiking boots to try and simulate the character's heavy suit of armor as best I could, and stomping on my bathroom tile floor. Now, the sound came out a bit hollow because I am on the second floor of an apartment, but the sound was a lot heavier than the original recording in the hard tile of the other building was.
Love the smell of plasma.
As for the grass, I was keeping in the same vein as the boots on tile by experimenting with what I thought that grass of the future might sound like. The implementation for the project was done using Wise. This was primarily because Wise plays extremely well with Unreal, and it was very accessible for us to begin learning. I would take these sounds I was editing in Pro Tools, I'd bounce them and keep them about -3 dB, and put them into Wise. There I would give it some finishing touches and see how it sounded. Once I was satisfied with how it sounded, maybe adding in a few pitch corrections here and there, I would place them into containers and then set them into a soundcaster to see how they would sound in the actual project. Once that was accomplished, I would place them into Unreal. After the assets were in Unreal, I would begin routing them to the proper areas. And then, after generating the sound bank, I would begin putting actors into the game. After some tweaking here and there, I was able to make them sound the way I think they should have sounded, and I would test them by playing the game itself.